It's a special story. It's not labeled like a character's like you see Barcarola is like labeled character story. On Ulrich, it's just Ulrich's story. You could say it's similar to Echoes on the Mountain on 1.6 with Semmelweis. But this one is like fully story instead of a test for the roguelike. Yo. Uh you know, before I go, I'll finally read this on like stream. This is pretty funny. The overture of Ulrich that I translated a couple of hours ago. Enigma is all over the page. Is this it? Yeah. Transition. This line is from chapter 7. And his username is a friendly awakener. And it's describing that there's 6 degrees Celsius. On a business trip, 35 likes. DM disabled. Forum. Which one? Who's DM disabled? Mesmer? Oh yeah, it's Mesmer. DM disabled is Mesmer. This is X. This is Ezra. Looking to buy battery, is that? No, it's not. Here. Someone else. Lucy. Yeah, Lucy. Makes sense. And the dog profile is like so Medpoc and tabletop cleanup master is Enigma. But the comments on this is so funny. This happened on the event story. This thing is referencing what happened. I'm pretty sure. Where Medpoc is very angry. And coke up in this new username. This is Regulus. This is pretty sweet actually. But almost every post has Enigma commenting on it. I heard the team leader and the current acting head don't get along well. Wouldn't it be better to move to a different place sooner? Which one? Which one? Suggest you pay close attention. Are they actually greeting you, or are they trying to flirt with the coffee machine next to you? This is just pretty good. All of it has Enigma. And then Medbot complaining. They should... I don't know if it's on their budget, but... they should... make a... forum. But it's not gonna be... If they ever make more games, they probably would make one. That's called that. Anyway. The Barcarola story is pretty chill. I'm not sure if this one is gonna be... I wish this was longer.
Listen closely. Do you hear that resonance coming from the sky?
On the depths of space. Yes. It's the idea of Ulrich. It should be Ulrich's. Humanitarian? Humanitarian movement? Or some management? Rehab center. The indicators for various monitoring equipment flashed smoothly and harmlessly. On the hospital bed, the patient's breathing maintains a steady rhythm, and his consciousness was still in deep sleep.
Is he still in danger?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh man. Adler's vital signs have stabilized. It's a miracle. I've never heard of anyone surviving a fall from the 6th floor. This is a rumor. The fence in the corridor of Lavlas saved his life. Careful investigators corrected the fact that had been greatly
Thank
exaggerated.
you.
But he ate a seriously expired packaged food and drank too much alcohol, which caused food poisoning and alcohol poisoning to occur simultaneously in his body. Whether in spirit or body, human beings are too fragile when facing the storm. By the time it realized how inappropriate this statement was, it was too late to shut up.
You weren't wrong.
I will help him stop drinking, but I'm not sure how long it will take him to accept his new reality.
Mm-hmm.
When he is sober, I will tell him about your visit.
Would you also let him know why I came by?
It's clearly stated the purpose of this. It's Laplace has a backlog of encrypted internal research data, and most people who originally held passwords, biometric verification information have been traced back. Madame Lucy is organizing researchers with relevant capabilities to participate in cracking the encrypted files. I came to confirm whether Adler's health condition is sufficient for the task.
No.
I think his health needs further improvement, and he is not fit to work at the moment. I will persuade him to join the decryption team after he recovers, but I am just his sister, and the decision is not mine. I'm glad you provided this information.
As you wish. I'll give you some privacy, Miss Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
In the corridor of the place, the new assistant of the decryption team handed the printed document to Ulrich. There's so many dead people in. Monthly statistical report of the progress of cracking important encrypted files for you. Thank you very much, sir. And it's I found some new encrypted files on Owen's office yesterday, and I've added some of them to my to-do list for this week. Please synchronize this arrangement with other members of the decryption team on your way back. These are... I must remind you, team leader, that the work within the team has reached a full this week. I have fully considered the additional working hours that each team member will need to increase for this, which is no more than 80 minutes per person per day.
Sir, this workload has begun to seriously interfere with our time off.
I can't attend my weekly house cleaning and mindfulness meditation anymore. This again, you have a PhD and 2 master's degree. You shouldn't waste your time cleaning windows.
I'm afraid I must bring this issue up with Madame Lucy.
You're overreacting, Dora. I insist on my rights. Okay, I will report the team's work to Madame Lucy immediately, and I will file your complaint on her behalf. Thank you, team leader. Director's office, what? In summary, the processing progress of the remaining data to be cracked that month has reached 103.15%, slightly exceeding expectations.
I am pleased.
These numbers are very consistent with theoretical expectations. Do you have any new information to report to me? One more thing, Dora, an assistant of the decryption team, submitted a complaint against me. She believes that the current work arrangement seriously exceeds the reasonable standard.
I concur.
I think the complaint is reasonable. The decryption team has been operating continuously since its establishment has exceeded the humanitarian standard. Humanitarian?
Mm-hmm.
It's normal for you to be skeptical because this is the first time I put this idea into practice. After analyzing the past operation mode and the current human resource situation of the class, I plan to implement a humanitarian management model. How can I understand the specific strategy of this new model?
I recommend this instead.
For example, would you like to apply for a long vacation away from headquarters, Ulrich? What? Sorry, I don't understand the specific meaning of this suggestion. Both parties who cannot be considered as humans are trying hard to exchange views on humanitarianism. Let's talk about complaints first. In the past week, in addition to the complaint you submitted personally, I received 27 similar messages. In fact, many of the signed letters are from your team members, and they have similar themes. I'm not sure if it's a completely different VA for Ulrich, but his powers that he demonstrated on the event story is like very similar to Lucy. So I think they are trying to make him sound more like Lucy. The decryption team leader failed to adequately empathize with the biological needs of his organic colleagues. I can reduce the work hours of my organic colleagues, but I can adjust everyone's schedule to match the sleepiest member of the group.
This is sufficient.
I recommend that everyone keep the 8 hours of sleep required for health, but this does not mean that the remaining 16 hours can be used for work anytime. I will readjust my work schedule based on your feedback, Madam Lucy. Let's move on to the questions about vacations. I think a good and sufficient vacation can help you and your team members to relieve themselves from excessive stress.
Correct.
I must emphasize that this is an important part of implementing humanitarianism. But what do we have to do with the remaining files to be cracked? You have successfully assembled a team capable of operating on its own and tackling routine decryption tasks. That is commendable, Ulrich. The next storm could come at any time and place, and outside the headquarters are very unsafe. Your concerns have been fully addressed and considered. I will recommend you a safe place. What is that? Lesetsk. It's on Russia. Nebraska. Laplace. Lesetsk branch of Laplace. According to the previous two times, this branch, like a headquarters, is naturally immune. Due to its geographical location. Ludwig. I forgot the names of. There's so many characters in Laplace that. Is this? Ludwig. Ludwig was appointed as the head of the branch not long ago, on my recommendation. According to him, a set of facilities had been developed in the area to serve as a safe resort for Laplace personnel to recuperate their bodies and minds. Familiar name. Ludwig. It turned out that he was transferred to such a remote branch. This is a decision based on consideration of common interests, and he will understand. Yes, Madam Lucy.
Fine, I'm taking a break.
Very well.
Excellent. This is a meaningful first step in a humanitarian strategy. Good news. I checked your working time records and found that your compensatory leave has reached 999 days. Perhaps the actual number of days exceeded this number, but early spreadsheets only reserved a 3-digit upper limit. You are free to decide when to return before the number of days is up. Have a great holiday, Ulrich. This is still gonna be chill. These are. Oh, it actually. What? They just noticed the rewards. Oh my god. Change in Barcarola's skill animation. Which one is the second skill?
It is sweet of you to be so quiet when you come to visit. Let the overture begin. Saxophones and a bandura? As you wish. I dedicate this song to you.
What's gonna be the difference? It looks the same. It looks the same to me. uh on her showcase. It looks the same. What? New friends. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong. I clicked the wrong one. A new friend. Order branch. Cure center. The construction of Bless's branch. I'm probably butchering that name. Strictly follows Laplace's globally the unified design specification. This looks exactly like the headquarters. Unlike headquarters, there's more space, less work, and cooler outdoor temperatures. What a vacation destination.
Welcome to Pleset's Retreat Center, Ulrich.
I'm not butchering it. Come on, let me show you around the facility first. Rather than sightseeing, I need a laboratory of my own to store data.
Hmm?
Information? You brought the work here? Aren't you on a vacation? Oh, the name of the guy is just branch receptionist. I have to find something to do. This won't work. When you're on vacation, you should completely quit your job. The way you'll realize that people work to live, not the other way around. That way.
Play some games, sleep in, maybe have a chat with the others here. If you're lucky, they'll even be willing to hang out with you. That's what people do on a holiday.
He patted Ulrich's still body. Yeah, they're trying to... Ulrich's body is also still. Besides, your room hasn't been cleaned yet. I will tidy the room myself. Okay, serious friends, follow me. As soon as the door was open, the magnetic fluid urgently closed the olfactory input channel. Here it is, Ulrich.
It seems
like a dumpster exploded in here.
Doesn't the business branch regulation include regular cleaning on vacant rooms? As a matter of fact, no. You can't expect too much, Ulrich. This was originally a vacant administrative facility. After Mr. Ludwig reopened it as a rest center, he deliberately reduced management in order to not disturb the people there. I can handle the room cleaning problem myself, but I need a computer that meets the requirements of high-performance computing lab.
But you're not on any projects right now, so it's unlikely they'll give you anything close to a high-performance computer during your stay here.
A spark flew from a spark flew from a circuit in the magnetic fluid's body. It's gonna call it fluid. It's probably what's gonna be translated anyway. It's just regardless of the outcome, I will submit my application. Snack shopping list, homemade single chip party light controller, a bunch of weird ergonomic keyboards, broken electronic music synthesizer. All of them should be thrown into the warehouse. And this small instrument. Piercing's alarm sounded like a panic scream. What's this? I don't understand it either. Homemade circuit tester and equipment? Maybe? No, it's finely crafted and all parts are custom made to specification. This is obviously a precision instrument that shouldn't be found in an unattended pile of junk. Can you find any circulation records?
Just so you know, Ulrich, with these storms coming back like this, things have been falling by the wayside.
We have lost countless things in recent years. How can we find where something in the garbage dump came from? Civil servants have invented so many forms and procedures that when they really need them, they can't find anything. Don't worry about it. Just throw away the things you don't need. What's wrong? Did I just touch the switch? No. Wait. It behaves as if it was responding to our conversation. The first time it made a sound, it was when I accidentally touched it. You don't think... As for the ripples on the screen, although their meaning cannot be analyzed, they may be expressing some meaningful information. Could it be?
It's an awaken coming to life all alone in a deserted office. You...
Oh. Ferrofluid suddenly turned around only to find that there was no one behind him. Okay, I can do it myself.
Hello?
Don't be nervous. The collision just now was just an accident. Can you communicate in English? Hello? Um, can someone read that? uh, there's not even a Chinese translation below. Oh, it's just hello. No, okay. Um, beep, 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 beep. Okay. Hex to is Gen Titor on the chat. Four eight 6 5 6C. It's probably just gonna be hello. I'm wasting my time. 6F. Yeah, it's just hello. It seems that I have to start by studying the waveform. Wait, the signal seems to be blocked. The signal must be directed to the receiver first. Forgive my impoliteness, but I must do some adjustment for you. Sir, madam, or... Well, there must be something here that can help me debug the signal, like these deflection plates. Interference blocks all signal propagation. The deflection plate can change the transmission the direction of the signal. Drag it. Alright. Using components, signal waves are directed to the receiver to activate the device. Take care to view the details of every components. He behaved at the device one last time, but all he received was a series of shifting, unrecognizable waveforms. So far, he hasn't figured out how to say hello. Couldn't waking up alone in an abandoned office cause a loss of language skills? Oh, okay, I need to search the name. What is this? I do not know what this is. Oscilloscope. The oscilloscope responded. It was indeed a response. No, I'm not trying to belittle your character in this way. Well, it seems I deserved it. Before the ferrofluid could sink into a sulfate, the receptionist who had left without saying goodbye reappeared in the room. Ulrich, put down what you are doing. The orientation party is ready. Orientation party? Mhm. Orientation party. Let's close this. Welcome party. Huh. Strong smell of alcohol and the beers of cheers hit me.
Let's raise a toast.
Let us welcome Ulrich, a researcher from the headquarters.
Is this really the banquet hall?
This is not what I expected this story to be honest with you. But I feel like this is just the beginning. Probably gonna be important later. It's just building up. Yes, this is a reasonable use of public facilities. I must point out that this is not a good place for a party. Food residue and alcohol can cause electrical corrosion and short circuits. But by distance, it's about the same from everyone's room. We have hosted many gatherings in the past, and both experience and theory have told us that this laboratory is the most popular location. Geniuses on Laplace always have their own logic for reasoning, and the strait is no exception in a branch near the Arctic Circle. I think this is not a mathematical problem. It's an institutional problem. Dining in the lab should be strictly prohibited. We have less and less equipment left and cannot afford further losses. Don't be such a party pooper. This is a welcome party for you, Ulrich.
That's right.
Yes, we welcome every newcomer. I'm Dimitri. It's Alexander, and that's Irina over there. Oh, and Ivan, he didn't come. Never mind. Just have a drink first. Oh. Come on, friend. No. I refuse to drink. Aren't there any non-alcoholic drinks here? Only vodka can help people forget their troubles. Give it a try. Maybe it will work for you too. I didn't ask for a welcome party to be held for me. Were these materials purchased using the budget of Laplace? To Mr. Ludwig, the branch manager. To entertain team leader Ulrich, I have purchased the following drinks and food. I hope you will approve my reimbursement. That's it.
It all reeks of corruption!
The funds of Laplace should be invested in the research on the storm instead of being wasted on such unnecessary enjoyment. What? This is not an unnecessary waste. You better be telling a bad joke. I'm not kidding.
Oh dear.
Oh my god, it's serious.
Here is the case.
We just wanted you to feel better, Ulrich. It's really disgusting. But I can't. Waves of booing drowned out Ulrich's speech.
I've had enough.
Enjoy your vodka and smoked fish. I won't join you on wasting funds. Hello, hello. Reverse. Not far away, a black dot was approaching and gradually turning into a human figure.
Hey! Ulrich? Is that you?
Distant voice.
Windsong?
My reaction right now.
Oh.
Yes, it's me. How did you get to Plesetsk? I'm on vacation. Are you too? No. I work in a nearby mine and come back to occasionally to restock supplies. This was a serious oversight. I should have visited you at the mine before coming to this center.
Forget about it.
Forget about polite. I mean, if I had met you first, then maybe you could have told me upfront that there were certain unpleasant traditions here. What are you laughing at?
I see. They must have put you through hell with that whole welcome party.
Did you escape on your own? Or were you driven out by them? No need to answer. The result is the same.
Indeed, couldn't be worse.
They call it a they call it a bangkay. But to me, it looks more like my pocket. Oh, I just coughed really hard. Something in my throat. But to me, it looked more like a random excuse for drinking together. From the perspective of cultural customs, the meanings of it and drink of both of them are not much different.
But we're Laplace researchers. It's our foremost responsibility to focus on theories, ideas, possibilities, and experimentation. That's where we must focus our time.
But now these people's minds can no longer contain anything except alcohol. They just want to find a way to relax. You see, that's what a vacation is.
That's not how I see it.
Before coming to Plesetsk, I had read the program manuals for some which included things like quiet sleeping, gentle hill walks, and reading sessions. But no manual recommends consuming alcohol and high sodium foods, and such endless indulgence and avoidance is good for no one.
Yes.
I agree that giving up on yourself is not a good way to face disaster. But it's not endless, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. I know some people who are on vacation here. Most of them were top students from major universities or outstanding people in certain fields. I- In the past, they buried themselves in libraries and laboratories, leading a regular and restrained life just to achieve some commendable academic results. But the storm turned them into poor people who could not hold on to their beliefs overnight and did not know how to face the new reality.
A complete breakdown of order may be just what they need to vent their fears. Then perhaps they will be ready to stand tall once more.
I highly doubt this. Is there some theory to support this psychotherapy approach? I guess it's an empirical approach. Facts have proven that the original diligence, rationality, and sense of responsibility in researchers' hearts will not be destroyed, but will return with a vengeance after a period of time. But experience is unreliable, and no one can guarantee that this method will be successful. Winsong gave a soft, bitter laugh.
We won't always get the results we hope for. Yet, proving a theory wrong can be just as important as proving one right.
Should I go back now, or continue to blow the cold wind here?
Go on ahead. I'd prefer to stay here until all this nonsense is finished.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. Oh, this is probably where gameplay stuff, or is it just alternating? Because this has a gameplay, this is. Unwanted noise. Under the stars. Night falls early. Winsong had left left me alone an hour ago. The welcome party should be over. It never ends. The room is messy, and the newcomer has no motivation to clean it effectively. Come on, now we have time to talk. Can you start it yourself? The start button cannot be hidden among the densely packed small buttons, so this area can be ruled out. Maybe not in the front panel then. It worked. There are some new changes in the content this time. Perhaps I should summarize some of the recurring waveforms, otherwise they'll be just endless gibberish for me. We'll let a carbuncle in. Now it's time to watch some sun. Chase it, my friend, catch it. Whoever catches it first gets the sausage. Damn it, who's running around in the corridor? Back to the topic of induction and summary. Of course, this is not difficult, but some of the signals here are weak that I can't even receive them. Fortunately, I borrowed a few signal boosters from the engineering team. Ahead of time, it's time to put them to work. When there are multiple receivers, all of them need to be activated to obtain the information. All devices need to be activated and when there are multiple receivers, all of them need to be activated. Yeah. Signal amplifier can amplify the signal waves. I'm guessing one. Don't do that. A wonderful holiday with a few good friends. Old rules, talk about friendships, talk about the past. Damn it.
That's enough.
Everyone raise your glasses.
Stop it already!
Ulrich, I thought you were never coming back. Come and catch the monsters with us. But this little, I guess these little guys are disappeared without a trace. I need to find a place with them with a wide view. Ouch. My ass, my cabbage, my sausage. Damn it, Ulrich. You are responsible for this. You say it like I'm gonna say it like how he says it. I fluxing saved your life. You drunk. I never asked for saving my life. This is unreasonable. This is a scientific research facility, not your tavern building. The next storm could be any time, and you're wasting all your time drinking. So what great and incredible scientific mission do you have, Sir Ulrich?
Lead us, O brave Emperor Ulrich, my liege.
Lead us to invent the best machine to get through the storm.
Hmm?
Well, the future. Someone is arguing.
Great!
It would be a waste of the drink if you didn't watch a fight. It's Ulrich, this is much more interesting than catching the carbuncle. Understanding the storm requires a lot of theoretical construction and experimental accumulation, but it is by no means an unsolvable disaster. Experiment? Does this include the electronic waste you found in the junk pile? Rubbish? What rubbish, Dimitri? Explain it clearly.
An oscilloscope. It was left in the office, and Ulrich thinks it's alive.
You can't draw any conclusion. If you want to be a clown, take your resume and sign up for the circus. What's that place? Mirny? I just noticed that your round head is perfect for painting it with colorful paint and gluing on a red nose. Perfect match.
That's right.
Yes, the circus should still be in town now. You can catch it just in time.
Enough!
I've tried to communicate with you in a normal way and in a normal and reasonable way. Now I know this was a huge mistake.
Just when I thought perhaps my fellow Laplace researchers might be able to take their responsibilities seriously and not behave like imbeciles, You go and prove me wrong. Shut it! The world would be better off if the storm took you all!
Are you serious, Ulrich? I mean, I want Ulrich to still rest, but this kind is just like me. At this point, I would also, I would also, uh, break. Being angry. I mean, I'm not that angry, but I know some people with that beef in the past that definitely found me just like this. Did I hear it correctly?
That's too far.
What qualifications does it have to say such things?
Leave him to his tantrums. Let's go. He'll never be one of us.
One more. What time is it? Almost 12. That's fine. I didn't read that. More than 10 months passed, or maybe dozens of months. Apart from a change to a more spacious and tidy room, Ulrich's holiday in Plasask did not change much. What are you thinking about today? It's speaking in Morse code now, probably. It probably he probably thought that. During their past interactions, Ulrich had fully understood how to operate it, how to operate the external buttons of the oscilloscope. There is no new information generated recently, so we can only repeatedly recall some historical records. But I have compiled all the high-frequency patterns in the historical waveforms, and the remaining problem lies in the garbled codes that are difficult to summarize. These garbled codes may require a larger number of new samples to be parsed. Ferrofluid picked up a lecture. It was a lecture on linguistics by Ludwig, the head of the branch. Some of the content in the lecture's notes seems to be helpful for the oscilloscope's signal deciphering. Language rules, including grammar and vocabulary concept, mapping patterns are most established based on social consensus, which is usually called convention. Chaos and randomness are one of the basic characteristics of natural language. Similarly, language also has narrowness and one-sidedness. This means that effectiveness of language is limited to the level of cognition of the language user. Regularity and chaos coexist, and the signal pattern of the oscilloscope conforms to the language characteristics mentioned by Mr. Ludwig. At the same time, many experiments in the past have proved the oscilloscope will not produce feedback to environmental variables. In other words, it is not a monitoring device but sends out information autonomously. But the richness of existing samples does not allow me to further verify my conjecture. Hey buddy, are you there? Pinsang? Come in. Thank you for your generosity, but I can't use the food. Well, I'll leave them to the people who have a vested interest in me. Is there any progress on the oscilloscopes? No real progress has been made. Are you going back to the branch to rest? No, a storm is coming. I am here to hide from the rain. You should have received the alert as well.
Ah, yes, of course.
Hey, Ulrich. Why are you silent? What are you thinking about? There are less than 12 hours left before the outside world is about to be reversed. Is there anything you have left behind in this era? What about after the storm? Do you plan to end your vacation and return to the headquarters? It's too noisy. Leave it on, otherwise it's too quiet here. My expedition near the Arctic Circle has come to an end. After this storm is over, I will go back to the headquarters. I want to organize the information I have collected so far and give lecture on ley line management for other professionals. Of course it's detachable. His real body is the ferrofluid. It's just it's just like Lucy. If you're leaving too, we can stop by. I haven't decided yet. Technically, all of it will be desirable, but I don't think I don't think removing the fluid is a good idea for him. It's probably not a pleasant situation for him to be removed outside of the glass. Maybe I have become accustomed to this kind of life without being disturbed by anyone, which helped me think quietly about issues related to the times and the I guess related to the era and the storm.
Peace and quiet? You didn't even realize the next storm was already on its way. Not looking too good, my friend. Your long vacation has taken its toll on you.
It's time to get back to the headquarters to do some real work to get back on track, and don't forget to bring some reunion gifts to your team members. Do you agree with me too, little one? What? The current frequency is wrong. Records for February? No, the records for October. They don't match at all here. Found the problem? The amplitudes of these signals are increasing, and the peak to trough values of the new waveforms are almost breaking through the upper limit of the instrument's display. Has regularity been compromised? That's right. The probability of common regular patterns appearing is rapidly decreasing, and the confusion of information is increasing dramatically. Is it really because what we said is wrong? It had no reason to respond to what we said, and I never felt that this oscilloscope was really in an awakener. Even I all have almost given up on this conjecture. That's all very well, but what's going on now? Has any conditions been changed? The storm has a direct impact on it.
Our holiday is over.
Three more. Human touch. Humanitarian approach. Makes sense. Cryptography room. Dora, what are you doing? Team leader? Don't throw things on the operating table. I thought you had already developed the habit. I'm just a little surprised. Okay, I understand, but it's better to take good care of the equipment because these integrated circuits are getting more and more expensive. Too real. What's this? A game console for team members' entertainment. It has a built-in table tennis league. Super astronaut. Divided. Are these real games? Are these real Game Boy games that they probably will rename to something? Table tennis Super League. No, it's just generic table tennis game. Super astronaut. Some Among Us looking thing came up. What? I mean, it makes sense. Just type Super Astronaut. Yo, what is this game? It's just a mobile game. What the- And yeah, it's not real games. So it's Table Tennis League, Super Astronaut, and Leviathan, and the Deep Sea Labyrinth. It's made up games. But the middle one, when I search it, some Among Us knockoff results. On the results. In addition, it can also be used as a diversified development platform. In your spare time, you can design some games you like. So, what is this? This is a gift I bought for my team members. I must admit that taking such a long vacation was serious and irresponsible act of the reflection of my duty. Oh, team leader, I think
I'd like to apologize for my absence. There's no excuse for spending so much time at the retreat center and neglecting my work here.
I think they like that. They like that you did spend so much time. No, it's okay. I've submitted a request to Madam Lucy to suspend all my personal salary and benefits for the next 36 months. I knew it. Could it be that I will make up for the loss of this Vacation by working double hours. Ulrich. You're just negating the purpose of your vacation.
No!
From now on, the decryption team will have a new long-term task. I asked each team member to with a set of inductive paradigms about waveforms without communicating with each other. This method can make up for the directions that I may have overlooked from my personal perspective. But I still don't know a thing. Get started now. I'll show you how. This is roughly the situation. Okay. It should be very easy for you to find the initial pattern. Yes, team leader. But the difficulty lies in how to deal with the chaotic parts that have no rules. I try to understand. I'll leave it to you. After you all become proficient, you can carry out statistical work on a larger scale. I have confirmed the meaning of one set of signals in the previous work. The key. It can control the shielding switch. Turn off the shielding device and thus open more ways to receive signals. The key is a special decryption signal. No. Unable to activate receiver. Connect the key to the switch to turn it off. When the shielding switch is turned off, the shielding device that blocks the signal will become ineffective. The signal will block each other. After placing components, you can change the blocking relationship between signals. Use a jammer to block the signals directly. Direct the key to the switch to see the effect.
Would you like to hear my thoughts on the oscilloscope, sir?
Say it. Maybe it was really just a broken machine, like most of the equipment we cleared out and piled up in the warehouse waiting to be repaired. But the arrival of the storm significantly affected the instrument's reading, which was very unusual. No, this is a common occurrence. The storm itself will interfere with arcane phenomena and arcane technology. and is obviously involved in the production process of this instrument. It is of course related to the storm, but to be precise, almost everything is related to the storm. You mean it's not special? That's right. This conclusion requires further evidence to confirm. But that particularity, you think there's no support from any existing evidence? You plan to build a different array systems to establish correlation between each change of information, the information combination. But this approach does not allow you to eliminate all errors, which forces us to acknowledge the inherent chaos of this system. We could spend a lot of computing power to go through every possibility for half a century, but in the end, we might get nothing. You can apply for more resources to solve the problem you just mentioned. In that case, we need to submit a special research project application including personal funding, equipment, etc. Pre-assessment report. Perhaps the most difficult point to write in this project application is the research value. At the same time, it's impossible for the decryption team to be recognized into an oscilloscope decryption team on the spot. Where can you find people with plenty of free time and relevant professional skills to participate in the project?
Wait!
I thought of someone who fits the bill. Enigma? I mean, I feel like they're trying to put him because we had Enigma at the beginning, and it'd be weird if it's not gonna be. I want you in advance that has been touched with society. What is that? Warn you in advance that this idiot has been out of touch with society many years, and communicating with him will not lead to good results. It is enigma.
Come on. He deserves a chance just like anyone else.
I've had math problems taught by even worse people. You know, the lousy old professors who took pleasure in insulting their students. I developed some skills.
What's this? New puzzle games! Wanna give it a try, Adler?
His statement is too absurd.
We're facing a serious problem that requires your expertise, Mr. Adler. I trust it falls within your responsibilities to assist us with this matter.
There is no point in mentioning such a fake title, and it will only earn you a round of ridicule.
Mr. Adler, a messy room isn't doing your mental state any good. Let our Clean Up for Mental Clarity group give you a hand.
This does not convey any job information. Her tone eventually turned angry.
So what's your brilliant idea then?
You should not think about how to communicate, but to complete the task with the least communication possible. Maybe you should organize the information, open the door, throw the documents on the ground, leave, and come back for a while to see if you have gained anything. What a convincing approach. So we have reached a consensus.
Good day, Madam Hoffman. I didn't expect you to be here.
It's my honor too. Maybe we haven't met?
Miss Hoffman.
Long time no see. She is Dora, a research assistant in the decryption team. The Foundation of the investigators showed the slightest hint of surprise. So your vacation is over, Ulrich? Yes, I just got back to the headquarters. Are you here to see Adler? Yes, the decryption team hopes to have his help.
I think.
Now is not a good time to ask him questions. Adler is feeling a little uncomfortable right now. Got it. Is it because of bacterial infection caused by being in a confined space for a long time? It's not a bacterial problem. Madam Hoffman, is there anything we can do to help you?
Of course.
I'm thinking about one thing.
Adler's birthday is coming up.
Birthday?
He's turning 28, but I'll be on a field mission to the Flannan Isles on the date.
How someone can be there on his birthday to give him a gift on my behalf? Seemed like a good icebreaker for research assistants.
Absolutely, Madam Hoffman. Leave it to us.
It's appreciated. Thank you.
I will send the gift to you later. Looks like we had a good chance. What did you promise? You said the one on the emote with 28 candles. I just... Oh my god. You have 20. I have a lot. I can upgrade some more. Hmm. Happy birthday. There's office. It does. You didn't make an appointment, and now it's not my visiting hours.
Please, get out.
This system does not exist. But I still have the right to control my own private space. I must remind you, fundamentally, the office is a semi-public space. The act of claiming it as private territory is an animalistic primitive instinct and a serious violation of rules and regulations. A study of theoretical physics requires quietness and not walking around and shouting. But you haven't submitted any valuable academic paper or made any contributions since 7 years ago. I don't understand how you want to enjoy this humanitarian leisure. You can't even keep this clean. Oh, where you were promoted to health supervisor after you returned from your leave at the branch? I'm still the leader of the decryption team, and the team has been operating in an efficient manner during my vacation after my return. At the same time, the number of complaints I receive within my group has decreased significantly. Your work report should be given to the tin can, not me. Again, get out.
I had no desire to be here, but I gave my word to Miss Hoffman.
Shit. I'm coming. Sorry, I'm late.
Great, another one. Welcome. Make yourself at home. What's next? A full orchestra? A clown jumping out and serenading me?
I didn't prepare these programs.
Happy 28th birthday, Mr. Adler.
Thank you for telling me this great news. Otherwise, I would have almost forgotten it. Mr. Adler, I brought you something. I've seen them. They are on my desk. One of them is signed by Greta Hoffman. Who is one for? Who's one copy for? Of course, it's for you too. How did this come to this? It's Ulrich. He put all those candles. What's this? This is Dora's birthday cake, human. If you are not completely desocialized, you should understand its meaning. Dora is also surprised, Ulrich. Who put the candles? Let me count them. There really are 28 of them. What a genius idea. The 28 candles need to be strictly calculated so that they can be all inserted on top of the cake.
This is not happening.
Don't worry about food health issues, Dora. There is currently no evidence that consuming paraffin in small amounts of coloring will cause diseases. Yeah, now let's worry about carbon dioxide poisoning. This is not a question of
I
poisoning.
can't even look at it.
It's so ugly. I'm sorry, Mr. Adler. I'll get you a new one. No need. I will eat the calories that belong to me. Well, considering the fire hazard, it's better not to light the candles. Let's sing a birthday song. I learned the German version specially. I can understand English. Besides, when will your enthusiasm end? This is a magical song that can be sung to delightful tones in any language.
Zum Geburtstag viel Glück. Zum Geburtstag viel Glück. Zum Geburtstag, lieber Adler. Zum Geburtstag viel Glück.
Silence. The three of them stood in a long silence. From the birth of the universe to the heat death of everything, there has never been a moment of so much silence. My German is not standard. Of the standard.
Is anyone going to tell me what's going on here? Am I the one losing my mind here, or is it you two? This room is chaotic enough as it is. Leave, and don't come back.
Is but
We've done all that we can. Let's go, Dora.
traversal possibility. What? I don't know the English. It's just very hard to read. Since this week, the analysis reports on unknown techniques sent back by investigators from various places have been sorted out. The floppy disk contains known similar techniques collected from the database. I think it can be used as reference for discovering this technique. That's helpful, Dora. These appear to be some common techniques. I will process this information as quickly as possible. Let's take it one step at a time. Eight hours later, Ulrich put down the calculation paper on his hand and pressed the shortcut key. Save locally on the keyboard to save long. That concludes today's work. Excellent, team leader. You have left work on time for 47 consecutive days. It is my duty to be responsible for the health of my team members. Of course, I also need rest. You can go home now. I plan to rearrange historical data on the oscilloscope. It has not been sent out. It has not sent out any new signals since the last storm. We can only revolve around the original historical data. Perhaps something valuable can be found, but finding nothing is also an expected result. Need help? Do you want to stay? Yes. I've excluded the deciphering of oscilloscope signals from my work calendar. Now it is just my personal problem and should not take up time of the team members.
Go on ahead. I'll stay a little longer.
This will not earn you additional overtime pay. I know you'll be uneasy until you figure out this thing. For the sake of all team members, we should quickly resolve this little personal issue. Compared to mathematics, I think this is more of a physics job. The more patterns and irregularities we can sort out, the more possibilities there are. The more options you need to traverse in the end. Most information parsing work includes this part. Rather than a physical job, it's more like a small game to relax after get off the work. In this way, even if it's finally discovered that this is just a large-scale targeted prank that lasted for several years, it will not cause greater psychological damage. As you wish, team leader. The signal is interfered by many shielding devices. I hope the key signal transmitter is prepared sufficiently. The number in the upper left corner corresponds between the shield. Okay. Okay. And the signal booster. Huh. Probably want this. It's probably the last one, right? Today's results are the same as those produced in the past few years. Nothing.
Let's call it a day.
We shouldn't waste any more of our time. See you tomorrow, team leader.
Very well.
Wait, you are all here. Madam Lucy? Emergency. Chapter 6. Emergency. Foundation investigator Marcus sent back information from Vienna. The leader of Manus Vindicate is immune to the storm immunity ritual. Wow, it's straight after that. From now on, all members of the decryption team will immediately devote themselves to the work of deciphering the technique. Ripdora. Oh, there's another one. So what is this? This should be after the... This should be present day. Right? Or at least after chapter 7. Yeah. Yeah, it's the one on chapter 7. She has the chapter 6 just... You get what it means. This is some immunity ritual. I corrected myself at the end.
Look at this.
It's still here.
Oh dear.
What's there to see?
Reinstate Madam Lucy. End her suspension.
Oh, it is after.
Hey!
Is 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 its head clamped between two magnets? Let's go. Damn it. Adler. It's useless. I won't accept any kind of this policy. It turned its head, having made up its mind to fight the Foundation to the end.
Just get back in there.
Adler.
Who would have thought of this? You don't know, I'm... Yes, hunger strike. What a creative way to protest. Even 1,000 freaks in Laplace could not think of such a good idea.
What are you planning on doing? Waiting out here until the whole thing crumbles under its own weight?
I cannot leave before achieving results, as this would be tantamount to directly declaring the political failure of Laplace. Failure? Madame Lucy is gone, and Laplace cannot find a second suitable successor. Can we fail even more? Exercise of power is over, and little people like us no longer have a place here. Even if you stood here just here like a statue, no one in this great institution would even look at you. Also, don't expect me to handle all those piles of paperwork and chores for you. That wasn't my job. Very good. Then let the entropy accumulate in in Laplace. Sooner or later, a new Big Bang will occur in the laboratory. My goal is not to throw the Laplace into chaos. Even a little practical work on your part can make this statement more convincing. For example, completely fix that oscilloscope you got from somewhere. How did you know about the oscilloscope? It is indeed very inconspicuous. At a critical point in deciphering the formula, there was a machine that could not provide any help, and no one knew what it did. At the same time, the tape next to the machine also records all the research notes on oscilloscopes over the past few years. Have you read the research notes? Before he could even utter a complaint about the violation of his right to privacy, Ulrich was attracted by the new possibilities. The riddle picked up a brand new notebook that was already filled with Adler. Filled with letters and symbols. Not only did I read it, I also left some unnecessary annotations and notes. I have to admit, some of our early conjectures are a little ridiculous. Suspected awakener? That's just an early guess. You don't have to think about it. This is not common mathematical logic notation at all. What on earth did you write? I need some more efficient tools to organize my deciphering ideas before this poor little notebook is used up.
Did you manage to crack those codes?
I am not someone who suddenly appears at the end of the story. I'm not a character who suddenly appears at the end of the story and solves all the difficult problems, like Deus Ex Machina. I only had time to discover one problem. After the sixth storm, the oscilloscope did not produce any new information, and the characteristics of the last piece of information were different from all the parts. I'm surprised you're so oblivious to the outside news. Look here, in 1966, at almost the same time as the oscilloscope signal was interrupted, a satellite belonging to Laplace fell from orbit to the ground. Based on the sudden interruption of information, the oscilloscope may be a signal receiver from an artificial satellite. certainly hadn't noticed a coincidence, but that possibility can now be ruled out. It is impossible for a receiver to continuously receive signals from the same satellite during several storms. In those days when there was no satellite technology, where did those signals from the oscilloscope received come from?
Haven't we only just found a way to survive the storm?
It is a satellite signal receiver, so we have to solve the problem according to this new idea. This is an assumption. Yes, the hypothesis is valuable as the consciousness as the awakener hypothesis. Assuming it was manufactured to strict specification of Laplace aerospace program, there's a way to encrypt its signals. Some information fragments can be intercepted and compared with old and existing information encoding specifications. All that remains is go through all the possibilities. Perhaps you need to consider existing information encoding specifications manually and adjust the cracking order of the shielding devices. Oh, what? All right. Holy sh. Goal is both of this. Where's perhaps B first? Wait, I need to do D and C. Okay, first that will be bit 2 and then but if I do this now, it's not gonna be blocked by that. Oh, I can just no, I can't damn it, I can't do that. So I need to block, remove E again. Damn it. A and then B. I'll do that, but I need. So this is probably not right. My brain is not working. Brain is not working. Okay. Let's start here. C, D. I clearly need A first. But doing that does not work. Get this, then use A to block signal to E, then move it to another one so it doesn't really go away.
It's done.
The digital strings recited by the new algorithm successfully passed the recheck procedures. From the first character to the last character, all segments change in such a way that there is no part that cannot be explained by the existing pattern. In simple terms, we remove the garbled bits from the original signal. This is a string of numbers that must be understood. If it comes from a satellite, then what would it be? What type of data would the satellite transmit to the ground? Do you have an idea? It is not difficult to imagine that the data sent back by the satellite must be photos. Why? All space agencies that are eager to get the public budget starts trying to find ways to take pictures from the moment they send the satellite into space. Because the institutional superiors and the mass media who know nothing about science can only see where hundreds of millions of dollars were spent from the colorized photos. Therefore, this string of return codes can definitely be parsed into a picture.
We've done it.
A gorgeous nebula.
I never would have expected this. A photo from space. Then there must be more.
In addition to this, the satellite must have performed other... yeah.
Which nebula is that?
No clue. Better to leave that to the astronomers. But here, see the timestamps?
2004? So then the satellite hasn't been affected by the storm.
We only managed to produce the first equilibrium umbrella days ago. Who could have built this satellite?
Could it be that some engineer made it immune to the storm entirely by accident?
That's as unlikely as you starving to death. Or perhaps...
Perhaps it was something on board that protected it. Something naturally immune to the storm, with no need for any input or modifications. Something that would undoubtedly help us decipher the storm itself.
The thing is, the storm. I don't know. If it's a phenomenon of Arcanum. If that's interesting. If space is not affected, but I think planets must have their own storms because we know that the storm is like full of like arcane energy, but space is a vacuum. It's I mean technically energy is also traveling there. If arcane energy is like particles, like atoms, then it couldn't be space shouldn't be affected. Like the actual space, not planets and stuff. But if the storm is something more than that, that is just coincidentally have arcane stuff in it, then it might not be. It might still be affected. I mean, the only one that we have like info about that is Voyager's uh records and stuff, but it's not much like the aliens that Voyager encountered. That's the only one that we have. Technically, we have other stuff, but they're also very secretive of that. Why is this? I mean, technically, it's just the backstory of why Ulrich is on his mission on the event story. Wonder what they're. Hmm. If they're focusing on space, do you think they have a space program? Some or Manus or something? I think Voyager's probably immune to the storm. Do we know when exactly is Voyager appeared on went on Earth? Because we know that she found the Voyager 1 at some point, but she still traveled to Earth. If she went here on exactly 1999, that would be funny. That would be that would be explain a lot of stuff. 1960s. Wait. Planetary alignment. When no, yeah, Warrior. It's not 1960s, 1977. Then it traveled Like it still has to travel for Voyager to notice it. So it's possible that yeah, they should have noticed like the stuff. But we probably gonna get more stuff for this because they have a picture of a nebula. If that nebula is like does not look like that right now, then that might be something actually beyond the storm. They might be yeah, Manson Foundation might be having a space program on Antarctica secretly. We might get more about like the space stuff. I just want Voyager content, man. Uh, this one tomorrow. Like list anecdote. I need to get this. I keep. I'm gonna reread some stuff. They on 37 anecdote. They also have like, I mean, Void. They keep hinting that starting from 37's anecdote, which is like have the stars and stuff, like out the stones, the space stone something. But the thing is the storm might not be changing the Earth's position. It's just changing what's on Earth, but not outside of Earth. Outside of like the atmosphere of Earth is gonna be the
Scusi, I
same.
didn't mean to interrupt you. The best musical compositions always include silence and rest, after all.
I feel like I don't want CNY. I want answers. I don't, if the next batch is most likely gonna be CNY, nothing to do with this main story, but I want answers. This is annoying. Huh. It's interesting. Wait, no. Are there any satellites that is actually outside of the Earth's atmosphere? I think most satellites is still very much not on outer space. It's still very much near a part of Earth's atmosphere. So it should even if outer space is not affected by the storm, it should still be on the atmosphere. Unless the storm is like only on the thicker side of like inner side of the atmosphere. Hmm. Wait a minute. Do we know the stuff that is actually immune to the storm? Like the Manus mask is. What the Manus mask is made of? Like the stuff they put on, like they talk about like in chapters 5. If those stuff are made from materials from outer space, Burton's suitcase only works on Arcanists, so perhaps it's like Burton's suitcase is just related to her arcane skill rather than what it's made of. I want to talk more about this later on. Should I do this? No, it's too late now. I already started later, so I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, it's still... Yeah, satellites still orbit the atmosphere of Earth. So it should still be, like... on whatever the storm is made out of. If it's on the atmosphere, it should still be not on outer space. So it's not in regards to if it's outer space or not. I mean, the fact that they have a lot of like characters that is not on Earth, it's seeming to be that they really intended Sop to go cosmic eventually. Forgot the stuff that is mentioned in chapter 8 now. I want Global to get chapter 8 now so I can review some stuff more clearly. Can't wait for that. There's also... What is it? I mean, it's a nebula. It could be something that lasts. It's something that lasts like millions of years. But if it's probably just random stuff. If it's a nebula that was discovered mean, they just, let's say that's not a nebula. Come on, I have a screenshot. Yeah, they just show they probably just showed. Yeah, don't look at the picture. Just don't look at the picture. It's probably just artistic stuff, just for conveying the space. So it's probably not. It's probably just made up. Because it can, like, nebulas can just appear out of nowhere because light travels like not slowly. Yeah, also the fact that, yeah, the satellite as well is named Regulus. This is do we get on chapter 8 again? Oh, right. There's still also stuff regarding our and there's so much stuff. There's more than anyway. I should end the stream soon. There's so much stuff. So much unanswered stuff. I mean, I kind of expected that chapter 8 gave a lot of stuff that gave so much questions, and I don't expect an event to answer it, but I also didn't expect this event to give so much more questions as well. I can do this once.
Stars. Please. You will pay for this. These sheets are my wings! Long admonition. Listen to the melody of winds and waves. You will pay for this. Start running. Higher than the bell tower, and deep in the clouds. Please, listen for everyone. Run, start running. You will pay for this. Start running.
Great.
Stars.
Greta will combust bread, and it looks like just like Adler.
Your first-hand experience is our best advertisement.
Alright. I'll end this stream now. Been a long one. Tomorrow, which will be Regulus anecdote. Yeah, that was pretty chill, but also pretty depressing at the end. It goes directly to chapter 6, then chapter 7. I guess anecdote is probably just gonna be a fun story again. See ya.